Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live in 230 million guaranteed. Yes, remember that is the contract that Deshaun Watson received from the Cleveland Browns, a team that has been looking for a steadying presence at quarterback since they reemerged as a franchise about 2.5 decades ago. Well, anyone who knows anything about the NFL knows that Deshaun Watson hasn't panned out for Cleveland. I'm not even going to get into the off the field stuff. You guys have your opinions on that. Nothing I say is going to sway matters, but it's definitely got to be a distraction. And today, 34-6. This game's not even over. 10 minutes left. Deshaun Watson's still out there. You see 13 of 26 for 112 yards. Maybe the Browns put up garbage points. I shut off the game. Complete embarrassment. We've heard for a couple weeks how, maybe the offensive line hasn't been up to par for Cleveland. And while that's true, that's also the case for a lot of other teams. I believe that's why passing numbers are down a bit. But no one's been as bad as Deshaun Watson. The one quarterback you could say maybe that was worse was Bryce Young, and he has been benched. We have not seen Deshaun get benched yet. Again, 6 points with 9:54 left. They are driving, but Washington has the game in hand. So haven't scored 20 points in a game yet either this season. So unless they get 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points, that will continue to be the case. And this actually happened earlier in the game. You see 24-3 score early on in the third quarter. Kevin Stefanski wanted to go for it on fourth down. Deshaun Watson proceeds to quit on his team and walk off the field from DC Rising's X page. I'm not going to play the volume, but didn't even wait to see what Stefanski wanted to do, and Stefanski obviously is probably thinking, well, if my quarterback doesn't even want to try, why am I gonna bother? But kind of crazy that Watson, you would think a competitor as a quarterback, you want to see your quarterback yelling to go for it, even if the coach decides not to. Deshaun Watson just walked off the field and conceded that they weren't going to get a touchdown. Pretty crazy. Look at QBR leaders heading into today. Deshaun Watson bringing up the rear at 23.6. Now Bryce Young was actually under 10. He hasn't thrown enough pass attempts to qualify anymore. You wonder if that's going to go down. Watson might put up garbage time stats to help his numbers. We'll see how much that affects QBR. Not that I think QBR is perfect, just like passer rating isn't perfect, but just shows how bad he's been. I had a video on Will Levis, I think 2 weeks ago, about how much he's struggled, and even he is ahead of Watson. I mean, you look at his QBRs with the Texans. That's what the Browns wanted to see. 83.7, then 61.8, but 70.5, 63.7. And with the Browns, 40.4, 42.9, 23.9. We'll see where that is at the end of the day. But yeah, for a while, people were saying maybe it's rust. Didn't play the whole 2021 season. Of course, was suspended to begin the 2022 season. It's been far too long to still call this rust. He's just, I'm going to be honest, not a good quarterback anymore. Kind of crazy. We saw the Browns show improvement with Joe Flacco. They kind of didn't want to bring him back because they didn't want that presence behind Deshaun Watson, put more pressure on him. I'm a Giants fan that the Browns fans were chanting for Jameis Winston in that game. Stefanski and the coaching staff didn't acquiesce, and I wonder, is it the ownership that's keeping Watson out there? I mean, for him to just walk off the field like that, shows very little competitive spirit doing that rather than seeing what your coach wants to do. And, I would think Stefanski would want to bench him at that point. But, he decided not to. Watson's still in the game. Again, we'll see if he puts up garbage time stats, garbage times touchdowns. But the Browns are going to fall to 1-4, and Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders are moving to 4-1. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.